Good morning, students, all of you. Today we will start chapter number 8, that is the motion. Now, what is the motion? If an object is change its position continuously with respect to a fixed reference of point, then it is called in the state of motion. To study the motion, we have to study different types of motion and measurement of motion. First of all, speed. All of you aware about this one, speed. What is the speed? Speed and velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity. Clear? What is the speed? Speed of a body is defined as the distance travelled by it per unit time. But it is a scalar quantity, not the vector. It can have any direction. So, but the unit of speed and unit of velocity, if you take, is same. But velocity is a vector quantity and speed is a scalar quantity. So, you can write speed is equal to distance travelled by time taken. But velocity is related to the displacement. Here distance is a scalar quantity, but velocity, if you take, velocity is equal to displacement by time. Displacement is the vector quantity and time. So if you write v is equal to s by t. So the difference between the velocity and the speed is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity and distance is a scalar quantity. So that's corresponding speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. Now the unit is of the speed. What is the unit? Unit of speed is meter per second in SI system, but unit of velocity is also same, that is the meter per second. This is the unit. Now very important term is the displacement. What is the displacement actually? Displacement is the distance travelled by a particle in a particular direction. Suppose a body is moving from A to B to this path. Suppose a body is moving from A to B, then the point B to the point C. Then what is the displacement? Displacement is the minimum distance travelled by this body. What is the minimum distance? So if the body is travelling from the point A to C through this path, the minimum distance is the straight line. So this is its displacement. AC is the displacement. But AB plus BC is its distance travelled. AB plus of BC is the distance travelled. Clear? So this is the displacement. Now the question is that if a body is moving, what will be the displacement? Let this is the 2 meter and this is the 4 meter. So what will be the displacement? AC. What is the value of AC? Now from Pythagoras theorem you can write AC square is equal to AB square plus of BC square. What is the value of AB? AB is the 2 meter, 2 square, plus BC is the 4 meter, that is the 4 square, is equal to 4 plus 16 is equal to 20 meter, or AC is equal to, this is the 20, AC is equal to root over of 20 meter. This is the displacement. This is the displacement of the body. Clear? Now come to the average speed. Speed already we have discussed. Average term is total distance travelled. Speed is distance. So total distance travelled by time taken. Right? Average speed. average speed. Also it is a scalar quantity. What is the average speed? When the body travels at a varying speed during its journey, then the average speed will be the total distance traveled divided by the total time taken. Suppose a body is traveling a distance in different velocity during its motion. So we have to take average distance traveled to the average time. So average speed is equal to average distance traveled is equal to average distance traveled or total distance traveled. You can write total distance traveled by total time taken Clear? Suppose a body is moving from in a zigzag path like this. This to this is the 4 meter, this to this is the 3 meter, this to this is the 2 meter, this to this is 1 meter, and this to this is the 0.5 meter. And the total time taken 1 to 5. Suppose this is in a 5 second, it is in a 4 second, it is in a 3 second, it is in a 2 second. Then what to do? Total distance travel you have to calculate 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0.5 divided by total time taken, that is the 5 plus 4 plus 3. So then, clear? So average speed is also a scalar quantity. Now come to the average velocity. What is the average velocity? Given average velocity, what is the average velocity? Velocity is the vector quantity. So you have to take the displacement, because velocity is related to the displacement. So average velocity is the total displacement by total time taken. Average velocity, it is the ratio of total displacement. You cannot write the distance because distance is a scalar quantity. You have to remember. So displacement is vector quantity. Total displacement by total time. Total displacement by the total time taken. You can write the definition as the average velocity of a body is defined as the total displacement of a body divided by total time taken. Clear? It is also the same unit will be the same that of the velocity, that is the meter per second. Okay, now come to the acceleration. Very important terms is acceleration. Come to the acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity of a body. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Is the rate of change of velocity. What is the rate of change of velocity? Rate of change of velocity with respect to time. Rate means with respect to time. So what is the acceleration? A rate of change of velocity. Suppose a body is moving with initial velocity u, and after traveling a time t, its velocity becomes v. So what will be the acceleration? V is greater than u. So v minus u will be the change in its velocity by time t. Clear? So rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. Mathematical formula is very important. A is equal to v minus u by t. The SI unit of the acceleration, what SI unit? What will be the SI unit? Change in velocity means velocity by time. What is the unit of velocity? Unit of velocity meter per second, and 1 second is there. So meter per second square will be the unit of acceleration. Meter per second square is the unit of acceleration. Clear? Okay. Now, graphical representation of motion, very important. Graphical graphical representation of motion. So motion can be represented in different graphical ways. How will you show it? First, displacement time graph. Displacement, you understand that the shortest distance traveled by a body from the initial position to a final position in a particular direction is known as the displacement. Displacement is the same unit of length, that is the meter. Graphical representation of motion, I am representing displacement time graph. Different graph, you have to understand this one. Displacement time graph. Displacement versus time graph, how it looks like. So if I am drawing the graph initially, then you have to understand. I am drawing two graphs, three graphs. First graph is this. This is the displacement, along this is the displacement denoted by S, and this is the time t. Another graph I am drawing this S. Let's discuss about these two graphs. First graph is just like this, displacement versus time graph. It is a straight line passing through the origin. It is a straight line passing through the origin. If the graph is just like this, parallel to the time axis, it is not parallel to the time axis. It is inclined with the time axis. Some inclination is there with the time axis. Now, distance versus time graph, it is a uniform velocity. I am writing uniform velocity. We will discuss the uniform velocity later. Uniform means same. That means with the passage of time, equal distance travelled by the body in equal interval of time. Equal interval of time. Notice here, the time interval, this is a t is equal to 0, it is a t1, it is a t2, it is a t3, and so on. But so if the time interval, in between the time interval t1 and t2, the distance travelled by the body is from B to D, this portion, this length. And between the time interval t2 and t3, the distance travelled from this to this, that is CE. But the ratio of the displacement to the time is same for the two cases. If you take from the first initial case t1, t2, and the second case is t2, t3, and you can take the another case, but the distance travelled by the time, displacement to the time ratio is same. That's why it is known as uniform velocity. But come to the graph number 2. Here, with the passage of time, in this point, distance versus time graph, here the time t is equal to 0. Now the time is increasing. Let time t is equal to 2 seconds. Let the time is 4 seconds, and so on. You can take this. But the displacement of the particle or distance travelled by the body is remain same without the passage of time. Distance travel, displacement is the same. Yes, so the distance travelled by the body is same. Suppose a body is placed here for today, in the next day is also placed in this portion. So there is no movement at all, but the distance or displacement from a particular origin is fixed. That's why we can tell this body is at rest. So I am writing body is at rest. Means distance travel is fixed, displacement is fixed. Now come to the non-uniform motion. This is a uniform motion, velocity. Come to the next, non-uniform motion. I am drawing the diagram. This is the displacement S, this is the time t, this is the time t. Displacement S, time t. Now the graph is just like this. It may be along this non-uniform, means equal interval of time, in equal interval of time there is not equal displacement or distance travelled, that is the non-uniform. Clear? If it is a straight line, that is the uniform, because straight line y is equal to mx type graph is there, that means the graph is passing through the origin and it is a straight line, so there is ratio is same, ratio of the distance travelled by the body to the time interval is same everywhere for a particular interval of time. So for non-uniform motion, in this case the distance travelled is greater compared to the time interval for the upper portion, and for the lower portion is just opposite. So it is a non-uniform motion. Clear? Next, come to the velocity time graph. Dividing velocity time graph. Velocity versus time. Velocity versus time. Velocity versus time graph. Velocity versus time gives the acceleration. How will you calculate? We will discuss later also the slope. This is a velocity versus time graph, v versus t graph. And if the graph just like this is a graph. Means at t is equal to 0 some velocity was there, initial velocity was there. This is a t is equal to 0. But it is a uniform, as it is a straight line, it is a uniform. But as this graph is related to the v versus t, that is rate of change of velocity, so it is a uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. It is a uniform acceleration. Clear? It is a uniform acceleration. Non-uniform and retardation. Acceleration means rate of change of increase of velocity with respect to time. Retardation, if with the passage of time the body is deaccelerated, means its velocity is decreasing, then the motion is said to be accelerated motion or retarded motion. Uniform retarded you can take. Uniform means straight line and retarded means decrease in velocity. So v versus t graph, if we draw a graph just like this is a retarded motion. It is a retarded motion. After t is equal to in this point, if you touch to this portion, then its velocity becomes 0. Its velocity becomes 0, and as the velocity becomes 0, so you can tell it is the deaccelerated motion. Initially the velocity was large, t is equal to 0, the velocity in this point, but with the passage of time it is decreasing. So as it is a straight line, so you can tell uniform, and as it is its velocity is decreasing and relation between the v by t, so uniform retardation. Retardation means acceleration, opposite of acceleration. Uniform retardation. Clear? Now if there is no change in velocity, then you can tell the zero acceleration. How will you draw? Zero acceleration. V versus t. V versus t graph. V versus t graph. Zero acceleration means velocity will not change in the passage of time. That is parallel to the time axis. In this case, in all the point, the velocity is constant. Velocity remains constant. If we consider the time t1, this is the time t2, this is the time t3, then all these three times the velocity is v. In this point, v is let. So velocity remains constant. That's why you can consider the acceleration is 0. Clear? You can write constant velocity. You can write constant velocity. And if the velocity is constant, you can also write zero acceleration. Zero acceleration. Understood? Clear? So this is the graphical representation of all the form, velocity versus time and displacement versus time. Later we will discuss the what is the slope, we will discuss. Next, your very important question is the speed versus, distinguish between the speed and velocity, very important. Distinguish, right question, distinguish between speed and velocity. Distinguish between the speed and velocity. What is the distinguish? Distance travelled by a body per unit time is known as, first of all I will write this side is the speed, let speed, this side is velocity. We have to distinguish these two. Speed is a what? Speed is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. And velocity is what? Velocity is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Clear? Speed is a scalar quantity. It is a vector quantity. So as it is a scalar quantity, so it is related with the distance travelled. As it is a vector quantity, so it is related with the displacement. Okay? So write, it is the distance travelled by the body. Per distance it is, right? It is distance travelled per unit time. It will what? It will be displacement, that is the displacement of the body per unit time. Displacement of the body per unit time. Understood? Okay. So this speed can have only positive value. Speed only have positive value, can have only positive value, but velocity can be 0, negative or positive. As it is a vector quantity, any vector quantity you can write this formula. So write, can have only positive value, can have only positive value. No negative value will be there. Speed will not be negative. For any scalar quantity, it have only the positive value. But for the velocity, it will what? Can be 0, negative, positive, depending on the value of displacement. Can be 0, negative, positive. So these three is most important. Must remember these three portions. Clear? So student, that's all for today's class. Next class we will do the next day. Thank you all.